Some of it can be recycled. Now, let's head inside for a lesson on the 4 R's.
Reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot.
Janine Sidran runs the iRecycle Education Center for StopWaste.org in Northern California.
Each decision that we make every day has a really large impact on our waste stream.
Sidran says recycling is great, but it's not the only game in town. First, you reduce.
Think twice, 3 times, 4 times about bringing something into your house in the first place. Do you really need it?
Can't live without it? Then plan to live with it for a long time.
If you're stuck with materials, instead of just sending it straight to the landfill, how can you reuse that? Can you be reusing it creatively or practically? How can you keep those materials out of the landfill for as long as possible?
Glass bottles, recycled paper, and bags are all great ways to reuse. Now to the most famous R of them all.
So it's time to recycle now. Let's talk about water bottles.
They're made out of one kind of plastic. Number 1s, number 2s, when you look at the bottom of the bottle and you see this little number made by the plastics industry, really easy to recycle. Great. And then you can turn them into other things. They won't be exactly the same thing they were in their first life. They might be a shoelace or something.
So these shoelaces are made from this?
Yeah. Water bottles, soda bottles, all made of the same type of plastics, that number 1 plastic.
Finally, there's the compost bin. That's where you toss food scraps, greasy pizza boxes, and even just paper.
We can compost at home, and we've got things like the BioStack, and you can see here the different kinds of materials as they break down over time, nature's way of composting or recycling.
Compost is great for gardens, and it creates methane that's used to produce energy. So before you toss it, remember your 4 R's.
Each step in the process emits carbon dioxide, and the more we buy, the more carbon dioxide is emitted. So just by reducing what we buy, we've saved steps in that process. Everything that we use, everything that we do has an impact on climate change.